The Land of No Second Chances by Rabbi Sam Karff. Larry Feynman's room was filled with toys and games that any 6-year-old would love, but Larry was interested in his racing cars. He had them in all shapes and in every color of the rainbow. Larry loved to race them against each other, to compare their designs and to sort them into groups by color, size, or speed. One day, while Larry was sorting through his race cars, he noticed one of them was missing. It was one of his favorite cars, a bright red Ferrari that had a yellow racing stripe down the middle. He looked under his bed, behind a stack of blocks in his closet, even in the pockets of his favorite blue jeans. The red Ferrari was nowhere to be found. Later that day, after Larry had turned the house upside down in search of his favorite car, the doorbell rang. Larry's friend Mark was standing at the door with the missing car in his outstretched hand. "Where'd you get that?" Larry asked Mark. "I borrowed it when we were playing yesterday," Mark answered nervously. He could tell that Larry was angry. I just wanted to show it to my brother. It's so cool." "You stole it!" Larry shouted. "I never gave you permission to take that car." "Well, I didn't think you'd mind. I guess I wasn't thinking," Mark said. Larry grabbed the car out of Mark's hand. "I'm never playing with you again, ever. You're a big awful thief." I wasn't going to keep it," Mark said. "Really, please forgive me. I'm so sorry." Larry glared at him. "No way, I don't forgive you," and he slammed the door in Mark's face. Larry returned the Ferrari to the box that held all the rest of his race cars. He started to play with them, but he wasn't in the mood. He was angry and upset for the rest of the day. At bedtime, his mother tucked him in and gave him a kiss. "Can't you turn that frown upside down?" she asked. "You look miserable." "I am miserable," Larry told her. "I have my red car back, but my best friend is an awful stealing jerk." "Don't you think you could give Mark another chance?" asked Larry's mum. "Never! No way! Why should I?" Larry said, and he closed his eyes and tried to fall asleep and forget the whole bad day. Suddenly, Larry was in a car with his mum, driving down the freeway. His mother was trying to find the exit sign so she could get off. "Oh no," his mum said. "I guess I missed the exit." "Don't worry, Mum. We'll take the next exit and turn around and go back." But Larry and his mum kept driving, and there were no more exit signs. Then Larry saw a huge neon sign hanging over the freeway up ahead of them. As they got closer, they could tell that the sign said, "Welcome to the Land of No Second Chances. If you missed the exit, tough. Keep driving." A few miles later, there was an exit that was marked Land of No Second Chances. "We better get off here," Larry's mother said, "or we might be on this freeway forever." The next thing Larry knew, he was in an unfamiliar classroom. All the kids were sitting at their desks taking a test. He looked down at his desk and there was a copy of the test, but he didn't understand any of the questions. Larry raised his hand and the teacher walked over to his desk. "What's the problem, son?" she asked in a harsh whisper. "What happens if I fail this test?" Larry asked. "You'll just repeat the first grade next year," she answered. "Just for one test? I never even learned this stuff. Can't I take it again later?" "No way, never. Not here, young man. This is the land of no second chances." And the teacher hurried back to her desk. Larry raised his hand again. This time the teacher signaled for Larry to come to her. "Now what, son?" she asked in an agitated voice. I just wondered, could I have a pencil eraser so I can correct my mistakes?" The teacher stood up with a grin on her face and addressed the class. "Children, would you like to hear something funny? This new boy, Larry, wants a pencil with an eraser." The whole class started laughing. First little giggles, and then huge loud chortles, and guffaws. Larry felt the tears gather in the corner of his eyes. "What's so funny?" he asked. "Our pencils have no erasers," said the teacher. "This is the land of no second chances. You aren't supposed to make mistakes." "I'm getting out of here!" Larry screamed as he ran out of the classroom as fast as his feet would go. He ran down the hall, turned the corner, kept on running until he came head to head with a little girl, and they both fell on the floor. "What's your problem?" the little girl shrieked at Larry. "Are you blind?" "I was right in front of you." "I'm sorry," Larry said. "I was in a hurry. I didn't mean to hurt you. Honest. Will you please forgive me?" "Not a chance," said the girl as she readjusted her beret and gathered her books and papers. "We don't forgive here. I'm never going to play with you, and I'm going to tell everyone else not to play with you also. So there." Larry stood up and started running again. "I have to find the door. I've got to get out of here. I need to get home," he thought. Just then, Larry felt a light tap on his shoulder. "Shh! Wake up! Larry, I'm here. You must have had a bad dream." Larry opened his eyes and hugged his mother. "It was awful," he told her. "I was in the land of no second chances, and I couldn't leave." "Oh, that's just a silly old nightmare," said his mum. "Now get up and get dressed. It's time to go to temple. You don't want to be late for Yom Kippur services." Larry jumped into his clothes. He ran next door to Mark's house. When Mark answered the door, Larry handed him the red Ferrari. "What's this for?" Mark asked. "I want you to borrow it. I'm sorry I got so mad. Please say you'll forgive me. I know you didn't mean to steal it. Can we please still be friends?" "Sure," said Mark. "But why are you so upset?" "I just don't ever want to go back to the land of no second chances," said Larry. "The land of what?" asked Mark. "Never mind. I'll tell you about it later. Let's go to temple."